All right, jumping on our Coach Snap feature here. So Coach Snap, he is your expert assistant coach, and within the application, you can kind of ask him to help with anything. Things like making game plans, creating plays, scores, breaking down stats, stuff like that. So I'm just going to give you a few examples here. All right, so Coach Snap is down here in the bottom center. If I click on him, once again, it's got a few little things you can do there that are super simple, but I'm going to give him a little more complex one. Please make me a game plan for a second grade boys team that is 6-on-6. All right, so let's see what he does. And poof, right there, just pulled up a whole bunch of plays. All right, looks like I got a grip at 20 plays found, and it looks like I've got offensive and defensive plays. And then it's going to go ahead and take those and configure those into a game plan. So game plan with 9, looks like 4 sections. And if I wanted to, I could go ahead and save this game plan. And this would be something that I could distribute to my team and ultimately, maybe utilize this to have a good season. So that's just one example. So let's get a little bit more complex here. Please design me a play for my kindergarten team that is 6-on-6 and make the play simple. All right, let's see what it goes for here. This will be an interesting one. So I do know Coach Snap, he's gotten better and better at designing plays. So the more plays we have, the better the data gets. Looks like we have an interesting little concept: arrow flat, arrow slant. All right. Looks like the quarterback's going to be dropping back and firing one of these balls. Now, probably too complex for a kindergarten team, but it's just an example of where Coach Snap is going and how powerful Coach Snap can be within this application. All right, let's try another one here. So I mentioned things like Coach Snap can answer any rules. And when you have the scoreboard or the refs tool open, Coach Snap can be utilized there. So let's ask Coach Snap a rule question. What is the rush rule in the Rise Mission Viejo League? All right, let's see what it finds for us. It's looking up the rules. So for any of the leagues that we have within the application, the leagues, they upload their rules. So you can search any specific league's rules as long as they're within the application. And let's see here. So we have a no rush rule unless the QB fakes or there's some sort of deception. So we actually play in this league, so that is the real rule. And believe it or not, this little feature here with Coach Snap has saved a ton of headaches with clarifying rules with different coaches or sorry, with referees that may or may not know what they're doing. So that's one of the many things Coach Snap can do here, and it only gets more complex when you get into things like stat keeping. So that is a wrap on Coach Snap here. He's super powerful and only getting stronger every day.